welcome to the Two Minds podcast. We're back with another episode. I think it's episode 9 or episode 8. I don't even know. We don't know at this point, but we're trying to get to episode 10. Mm-hmm. So thank you so much for joining us and sticking up with this journey.
This journey that's not the most consistent.
No, it's not been consistent at all, but behind the scenes, we've been doing a lot of stuff behind the scenes. So yeah. So guys, what are we talking about in this episode?
Sinners.
Two Michael B. Jordans, not one, but two. Not one, but two. So we are talking about Sinners.
Yes.
The movie, which we watched, I think it was 2 weeks ago. If you haven't watched it, then why, you're too late. Who was your favourite? Stack or Smoke?
Yeah, do you know what's so funny? Like, there's people that are asking, some people are asking, which twin did you find more attractive? And then there's some men that are like, what do you mean? And then there's women saying,
you would never know, and that's why they would...
The complexity
behind what it means to be attractive.
Vibe.
But okay, well, he did find most attractive.
Smoke.
Which one is Smoke? The blue hat or
the serious one? The blue hat.
The one that
the one that had Annie was her love interest.
Okay. I think mine was, what's that one?
Stack.
I like Stack.
You like Stack?
I like Stack. First question that I wanted to ask you was, did you know that, was it Smoke and Annie were love interests? Yeah. Be honest. Did you know as soon?
I'll be honest, I absolutely knew. And you know what? That question irritated me. I feel like maybe 1 or 2 people asked it, and then many people started saying, I didn't. It's like, shut up. What did you think she was?
You know what's... Okay, I have to say, I didn't know at first.
Why didn't you know?
Because I've been colonized.
It's true. Not you being one of the people.
Not me as a dark-skinned woman. But honestly, I didn't. When I first saw them on screen, I thought that was her. I wouldn't say auntie, but maybe like sister or this or I don't know, a relative of some kind. I didn't get love interest straight away. After they started talking, I was like, oh, okay, they have a child, and that's when I realized, and obviously it got heated really quickly. So it was very evident.
So do you know what I heard? Someone spoke about Annie. Someone was like, okay, maybe she did give off a maternal vibe, but then she was like, she gave off that vibe because she actually, again, spoilers, they did have a child together. So that motherly vibe that they sensed, it was true. It's just that she wasn't Smoke's mother. They had a child together, so she was
Makes
a mother.
sense. I saw a think piece about this, and I can admit I didn't know straight away.
Okay. I
didn't know straight away, which is really bad on me. But the guy was like, just because she was dark skinned and plus size, people could never imagine her as a love interest. And do you know what's so sad? Oh my god! Hold on, guys. We forgot to close the windows. It's so loud outside. But they were like, because she's dark skinned and she's plus size, people can't imagine her as a love interest. And like when I saw that, I was like, that's shame on me. Not that I didn't imagine her, like I couldn't imagine her. Obviously, as soon as she started being the love interest, I wasn't like, what the hell? I just did it straight away. But shows I was colonized.
But also, I would add on to that, especially in, I have to say, American media, I feel like they don't do a good job when it comes to who they choose as love interest when they want to choose a black woman. Yeah. People even say in the UK here, it's even better because when they choose a black woman, they choose a black. The woman is an unambiguous or not mixed race or biracial. A lot of the times in American media, sometimes you do get women who are, let's say, mixed race, or I think they don't do a good job showing that a love interest who would be Annie. So sometimes because of that, maybe you just assumed, oh, okay, I guess, this
and
is
Annie turned out to be the realest, the best of the show.
Also, I don't know, I knew it. I lived for them.
But they
were my it couple.
What was your favourite scene?
My favourite scene?
In Sinners.
Child, there was a lot
I have to think about.
There was a lot of scenes.
I think mine was when Cornbread was like this.
No, do you know what? I'm not gonna
Give me money.
Do you know what? Some of my favourite scenes were kind of like the scenes that were like funny.
When Cornbread was like this.
Yeah.
And in my mind I was thinking, do not put your hand outside of that door. Yeah. Don't do that.
Literally, it sounds like literally.
He was like this. They put JT.
My bitch is shaking ass with her head down.
That was my favorite scene.
Yes, I like
that.
all
Just
the
because the beef.
One thing that I really liked was when Smoke was gave this job to this young lady to kind of look after his car or something.
Oh yes.
And then he kind of taught her how to like negotiate and
was talking money and stuff.
Really
that was a nice
scene.
What did you think? What was your most annoying scene? I have my most annoying part of the movie, and I know, but oh my god!
Which part was
when Lisa said "come in" at the end, and you know, like if everyone's watched it, as soon as you say "come in," they're allowed to come into the premises.
Yeah, because they're vampires, and
that
they can only be let
that
in.
That really pissed me off because I was just thinking, what to do now?
Yeah. Because there was a whole.
What are you doing? There's like 6 of you, and there's like 20 of you guys, and they're talking about "come in," and she's holding the thing like I think she died. I didn't see her afterwards.
You know, I might even have to watch it again.
She didn't even make it.
Yes.
She didn't even make it.
But she was, because they were threatening her daughter.
Fair, and I understand if anyone's threatening a child, then it's raps. But
Yeah.
like, what the hell? Do you know another annoying part?
Which part?
When, what's that beautiful girl called? This one.
Pearline,
Pearline,
played by Jamie
gorge.
Lawson. I also love her.
Gorge. When she didn't want to eat the
garlic.
The thingy. My sister said it was too hard because I would have shot her. No. As soon as she started, I don't like garlic. Pow. What do you mean you don't like garlic?
I don't know why she was
doing so much with that stupid garlic. It just that really annoyed me because I was like, are you a vampire? Then?
Yeah.
What do you mean you don't like garlic?
She didn't like the taste.
And then she even was moving her face funny. I was thinking, don't be silly.
That's
and then that little boy was trying to defend her because he had sex for the first time.
I felt
Shut the hell up!
I felt like Smoke was harsh in that scene.
Yeah, you said that was one of your most annoying parts.
The most annoying. Do I have an annoying part? No. When Haley Steinfeld, she also did amazing.
Who's that?
Haley Steinfeld. That is Mary. That is.
The camp.
No, he said cool. I mean, he said ten.
No, because she's not even cool. I don't know what she is.
No, she's she has, I think her
black child. That one. She was a really good actress.
We need to find. She was amazing. When she came back, I was like, this is gonna.
Well, who let her eat cornbread? Isn't it? Cornbread was being so dumb.
But then it wasn't her. It was technically because she kind of asked it in a way where you wouldn't think.
Yeah, but Cornbread didn't even know what was happening anyway. He didn't know anything about vampires.
Until he became one, and then he became a...
It's so funny.
I liked her.
That scene with her and the Smoke.
Stack.
Her and Snack, and he was like...
He's called Snack.
He's a snack. Her and Snack. And he was like, that I love you, that I think about you every day, and I just want you to be safe. That scene actually really made me tear up a little bit.
Okay, and it does show, because a lot of people... I won't say they compared Smoke and Stack's relationships, but I guess people were saying Stack was a bit more like, their relationship seemed a lot more young and kind of, not impulsive, but it had that vibe. But that actually showed that there was, a lot of concern.
There was a lot in there.
Yeah, deep concern and love and...
Alright, another question.
Okay, what do you think about... some Christians have kind of criticized the movie. Like some Christians have said, they walked out. They kind of said it felt, I don't know, because of what was the elements of the film. They were like,
I want to start by.
Can I start by saying something?
Go on.
I would say though, I'm not gonna lie, this movie was slightly heavy, and I remember thinking, am I the only one that thinks that? But we saw, I don't know if anyone follows Jay Versace or something. Maybe it's a bit random.
No.
But he posted something similar, and he wasn't necessarily criticizing what was portrayed in the film, like the hoodoo, or any of that stuff. He just kind of mentioned it was a little bit heavy, and I'm like, you know what? I felt that. You know what? I won't be surprised if a lot of other people even felt that. It was a little bit. I think they were just. What I noticed about the movie, there were many kind of many story elements that were maybe a little bit. I don't want to say not traumatic, but like even
the loss of child.
Yes, there was with Smoke and Annie, it was the loss of their child. With even just the fact that it was based in Mississippi in 1930s, and I think slavery had actually ended, but you could still see like a lot of the hardships.
Slavery wasn't ended. They were picking cotton in that movie.
Yeah, but no, that's what some people's jobs were after slavery had been abolished.
Oh, I didn't know.
Yes.
It was quite a lot of heavy stuff, and I feel like I try and avoid any type of slave. Like I don't think I've watched 12 Years a Slave up until today, because I find those stuff very traumatic, very PT. Like you trying to incite PTSD. Like how am I supposed to watch that movie and then look at everybody around me the same and walk out with my popcorn? No. At this point, I'm having some thoughts, because this is reality. It's not just a movie. This is what people went through. But back to what you were saying, what do I think about Christians leaving it? Christians have to pick and choose some, like, as Christians.
Okay. Go easy on the Christians there, sissy. Don't go too hard.
It's true. And Mum will say this too.
Okay.
Mum will say this exact thing too. You like to pick and choose. Now you come out of sinners because it was to this or that, but then you went to this club, you were listening to secular music, you were fornicating, you were doing all of these stuff, you were getting tattoos, you were doing, you were drinking, you were all of these stuff, but now you can't watch a simple movie. But you weren't walking out of Twilight, were you?
Or one show that people love, Harry Potter.
Everyone loves Harry Potter. Everyone loves the Gryffindor or whatever the hell they call it. Gryffindor. You love the spells in Harry Potter because they're white. People need to clock it though, because as soon as they start showing magic connected to black people, it's automatically demonized.
My response to those people would be, this movie was historically accurate.
It was.
A lot of the things they were showing, Annie being the hoodoo priestess and having a shop where she would almost, if you notice, what I notice is, okay, people often demonize it, but this movie, it kind of showed us what did Annie do. She had a shop. People would come.
Those little free girls stuff. They came. They said, "My mum wants this and this and this."
Yes.
It wasn't no dark thingy.
Yes. They came for healing. That's essentially what's a lot of when you think about hoodoo, when you think about these ancient practices or way of religions that came before Christianity, because Christianity wasn't our religion to begin with. I would definitely say that's a good question to ask. If you watched Harry Potter, if you watched
Vampire Diaries and all this, what made this one so triggering?
Yes, that's a good question.
That's a good question. You gotta ask that back. All right, sis.
Okay.
And what was
so
the last?
I think we.
That was it.
Yeah. No, there's one more.
Okay, go on.
I don't know if we can really. In what ways does music serve as a form of resistance and liberation in the film? Do you know what I would actually say? Another character that I really liked was Sammy.
Of course.
You know, the young.
I think he was the main character.
Was he?
No?
You think he was like the main? Almost.
Like
yeah. They kind of centered him
around him.
It did.
And he was this. I think his first acting gig.
And literally, like he's posted like a video recently of him playing the guitar. And people are like, "You still
have the guitar?" They love to do that to somebody. They're never gonna let that go. And he's a really good singer. He's a really good, really talented young boy.
He's really good. And this was like his first major acting role.
Such an old grandma.
Yeah.
Really talented
I'm pretty sure
young
he's
boy.
kind of young. So.
He is like 21 or something.
Yeah. And I even liked that, like, there was an ending towards the end, the scene where I think his father, his dad, was asking him, leave the music behind.
And he didn't.
Here. Yes. And people have have what do you call it? They disagree with whether what he did was right or wrong. And I actually feel like I was happy that he kept his guitar and
his guitar and
yes.
carried on playing all around the world. Last question.
Okay.
Out of 10, what would you give this movie?
I was thinking that. I would give it. The thing is, I would give it a 9.
Me too. You give it a 9?
I give it a 9.
I'll give it a 9. It's a spectacular movie.
Yeah.
And it was
a lot of celebs are also raving about it as well. It's very interesting. A lot of celebs are posting about it.
Yeah.
Like Tom Cruise. Okay, Tom Cruise.
Very nice.
Into it. Ticket like this.
Okay, yeah. Because really, and they're really, and I'm really happy that it's a black director, a black cast.
Yeah.
Like it's just. It's black, and it's fabulous.
And do you know what I would say? You know how some people would even think that cinema is kind of not dying, but because of the rise of Netflix and all these shows, this was definitely a movie where it's like
everybody came and watched, which I really liked.
Mm-hmm. So thank you so much for watching our
little
review
review
on Sinners. I feel like I'll probably watch it again, maybe one more time, just to get you know how you watch it once and it's like I even missed some things.
Okay.
But yeah.
Oh yes.
Thank you so much for tuning in, and we hope to
Thank
see
you.
you in our next
Episode
episode.
10.
We didn't even have a
April?
mic.
That's okay. That's alright. We actually bought a mic for our show and we haven't even set it up. But next episode you'll be hearing us Clara Crystal 4D Max.
Period.
Bye.